Hello, this is Judy. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome to it. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I'd love to have you join me here. And today we are working on Chrissy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches, day 24. And this sketch is by Emily Grupp. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but it's a nice sketch, double page layout. Looks like some stenciling in the background, paper strips, 6 photos, journaling, border, which I love borders, and it's going to be an easy layout. It's a lot of paper scraps, yes, stenciling. I love to do stenciling, and I'm going to do some birthday photos. So this is Nathan's 3rd birthday, and I wasn't there, but I was able to get the photographs from my daughter. And look at how cute. So he's got the truck, and that is from me, so yay. So I only have 5 photos, but that's fine because I'm going to have them be 4 by 6. I'm going to leave them as big as they are, so they will take up a lot of this room. For the stencil, I brought out this one from Close to My Heart. It's a balloon stencil, and it is a 3-part stencil, and I have never used it, so I'm excited to use it and see what it does. I've seen other people that have used it, and I really love the results. So I'm going to get out my ink and my stencil brush and get my craft mat out and some of the colors I'm going to use. So let's look at the photographs. The cake was chocolate. Tablecloth is red. His shirt's orange. So if I do the colors like that are in his sign for the balloons, I think that would be really good. Leave out the red and let the red be the magnet color, which will really make the photos pop. Not too keen on a dark orange though, because I want the orange not to compete with the red. Maybe I could do a yellow. The chair there looks kind of yellow. There's some yellow in the presents and on the cake. So maybe a yellow, blue, and green for the balloons. And I'm not going to do a dark color, though. It's going to be a lighter color because otherwise it would be look at all the balloons and not look at the photos. All right, so I'll get everything set up and be right back. All right, the colors I pulled out, some Close to My Heart and some Stampin' Up. I have an old one from a long time ago, Soft Sky, and I thought I'd pair that with Balmy Blue. And this is Lemon Lolly. It's hard to see, so I put it in a little label on the side so I know what it is. Lemon Lolly and Honey Butter. And then Soft Seafoam and Sage. So I'm going to do the lighter colors first for the base of the balloons. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do yellow, green, and blue. Yellow and blue together make green, so it'll be kind of like a color mix, but I think it'll be really pretty. So I'm going to start with the yellow, and I'll do it over here, and then I'll kind of blend it into the green and then into the blue, and I think it'll be really, really pretty. I have to remember that these ink pads are really juicy, and I'm using some of my blending brushes from Close to My Heart. If it comes out bad or I don't like it, I can use it for cards. I can get 6 cards out of one background. So that'll be fun. And I have to remember that even though it doesn't look like there's a lot of ink down, there's always a lot of ink. And I don't want it to be heavy-handed, right? So I'm going to just try to trust in the process, right? And trust that there is ink there and don't get worried about it. So I've got 1/3 done. So now I'm going to do a little bit over into where the green will be. And then I'm going to go a little bit heavier right on the side here. Okay, so yellow's done. We'll put that aside. Now we'll move on to the Soft Seafoam. And I'm using the Sage blending brush. And I'll go light until I see how much ink it brings down for me. And I can see it very lightly. Yeah, these full-size stencils are phenomenal. If you have a chance to get on it, you can do one sheet of white cardstock, 12 by 12, and cut it up for cards and make so many different projects with it. Or like I am, and just do it for a layout. Okay, we're going to do a little bit over into where the blue is. Let me get that done. And I can see faint green, so I'm thinking it's going to be good. And with the darker color, the next stencil has like lines and dots and everything. So with the darker color, I think it's really going to make them pop up off the page. So we'll see. So that looks maybe a little bit more. I can't see too much over here. I'm going to do a little bit more down the middle and over where that yellow was. I always think of these things, but sometimes they don't turn out the way I envision them. And this is the old style ink pad, so let me remember how to open this. Yep, okay. So this is Bluebird. This is the only blue I had, and I'll try this on a scrap piece of paper here, just to see if we get much ink. Oh yeah, I see some. Because I never know if it's going to reactivate the ink that's on the bristles already. I don't want to go direct to my paper and then find out, oh my God, it's way too dark. And these are the old style pads, so they're not quite as inky and juicy as the new ones. But this ink pad has to be 15 to 20 years old, so it is still got ink in it. Just incredible value. All right, so that looks pretty good. Now we'll do the reveal. Let me close all these up. And I used an old Cricut mat to hold down my paper, and then I'm taping the stencil onto the Cricut mat so nothing moves. That way I don't get any shifting and double images. And I will reuse the tape for the next layer. Look. Oh, yes. The yellow's really light. I could have gone a little heavier, but we'll see what it looks like after I use the other stencils. I can always put this one back down and add some more yellow ink, so that's an option. So let me put that aside, and we'll bring in the next one. And you can see where everything is to line it up, and then I'll tape it down. And it looks like just some of them have designs, so that'll be fun. So we'll have some plain ones, and we'll have some with dots and some with stripes. And I will speed up the video now so you don't have to sit and watch me do it in real time. Now for the strings on the balloons, I'm going to use toffee, and I might pull in a little bit of mocha for a little darker color because he has that chocolate dark brown cake. And I have the, well, this is actually mocha, so let's test this on some scrap paper first. Make sure that I don't bring in that really dark chocolate color yet. And I'm going to turn my stencil, and I'm going to just do it like this because the lines are all up and down, so there's no sense in going around like this. It could give me a little bit of a shadow, but I think I'll still get some variation in color doing it this way. And I think it'll be a lot faster too. So it allows the bristles to get right into the grooves of the strings. So let's take a look at it first. It looks darker over here, doesn't it? I think that's because it's so light. Get that one. But that's going to be under a border, so I'm all right with it. I'm going to leave it like this. We have to do another one, so we'll see if we can get the same effect so we have both sides looking the same. I like it. I wish these had a little more definition. Maybe I'll go back over that one first. We'll just add a little bit more of the yellow to that. All right, that looks a lot better. I can see it much more, and that makes that brown kind of sink into the background a little bit better. I'm also going to ink around just the paper itself without any stencil with the stencil brush, just to add some more color to the page and help these to blend in. I think it will really help. I'm going to just go ahead and do this all over again. This was the second one. This is the first one. As you can see, I have teal balloons here. Reason being, I didn't clean off the stencil. So everything, this side had the yellow and this was the blue on the original. So when I put them back down, I didn't wipe the stencil off and I got some of that color. I'm going to go with it. I think it's fine. I love the color variation regardless. Now these all have to be trimmed down. Then we're going to have borders and paper strips. So it probably won't even be that noticeable. Or it'll look like it was meant to be like this. So let's look at the sketch again. We have a border at the top. And we have paper strips at the bottom. And then photos along the middle. At least my photos are going to be along the middle. So we've got the cake. The birthday boy, more birthday boy. So I think we'll move the cake here like this. And then, I'm not sure, but we'll have happy birthday somewhere. And I'll probably trim these down so that they fit a little bit nicer. And then we'll do the paper strips along the bottom and the top. But look at how those photos pop. Your eye goes right to the photos with just this as the background. Really pretty soft balloons. I really like it. I hope you do too. So let's see what paper scraps I have in a border. I'm thinking maybe a scallop. I was thinking maybe a rickrack, but I don't know. The balloons are soft, so I think a scallop would be better. Even though it's a boy, that's fine. I'll see what I can find. So to you, it's only been a second, but to me, it's been a couple days since I've worked on this. The weather turned nice, so I've been outside. But anyways, I am going to put my photos down, and it's like this. I found some of these really cool stickers, so I thought I would line these just to give them a little something, some pizzazz, I guess. So I think it turned out really cute, and I think I will stagger these two a little bit. Now for the flags, oh my goodness, I found so much scrap paper to use. And look at, I found these chocolate colored pluses and stars and swirls, so we'll see if we can incorporate those. But we'll move the photos up, and then what I'll do is, I got to trim that one down. My punch, for whatever reason, seemed like it wasn't punching real well. It was an old Fiskars one that I had, and you know, if you don't use your punches, they get kind of yucky. It's this one, so it's a real big one, and I've never had problems with it before, so I'm gonna have to trim that one down if I even use it. That one, and all these, you know, if I use them, I use them. I thought that was cute with the brown and that blue. So, and then we can, of course, stagger them, right? So I'll get all these laid down, and so these white ones I'll have to either outline with the black or use the other side. That one cut in half. We got a really small star and a bigger star. I don't know if I'll be able to use them both. They might clash a little bit. So I will get things laid down, and then I will be back and show you what it looks like. But I will probably have to ink behind them just to give them some dimension. And then the lighter colored ones, I'll probably use my black journaling pen to outline them just so that they pop a little bit more. But if I do anything that I think you might be interested in knowing how to do, I will definitely tell you. Okay, I'll be right back. Hopefully not a couple days away this time. So this is a for instance, my first kind of gathering of everything. It's not going to be like this, obviously. I haven't done the journaling lines yet, but I wanted to show you how much that shadowing behind here, the inking. And you can see on here how I inked it, the yellow, the green, and the blue. And behind it, it just gives it a nice shadow and like a glow almost. So that's why I do those. And you may also note that I took away any of the red flags. They just didn't look good, and this one might go too because it has the red in it. And I think it has also a purple, so that's a whole different color. I really don't want to pull in those colors too, because it's kind of like, oh, that doesn't look like it belongs, so we'll take that away right now. And I also wanted to mention that I had these from another kit that I made. Okay, it was a number kit. And I said, well, maybe I could use that and, and just highlight the 3. But I think it's too big. It really doesn't belong. It just looks out of place. So I thought I would highlight it with a shimmer brush and then cut it out and layer it and just have it as the 3. So that might be an option for me. I'm not for sure yet because it is quite... It's like a golden color. I do have that golden color here. It's a Sundance color and close to my heart. So with some more gold down here, it might look okay, depending on what I find for the border. I had a heck of a time trying to find a border for these that I liked. I had a lot of borders. I just didn't have any that I really liked. And I thought I would put these little word quotes down below here. And this one's going to go here, down here somewhere. And then I have these. Oh, there's another red one. So I will get these going. Now, this one has the red balloon in it, so I'm not sure if it's going to go or not because it's kind of like, oh, there's a red balloon there. That's the way my brain thinks anyway. So, you may think it's just fine. And, to each their own, I always say when people ask me. And I'm like, Ju, what makes what you think looks good is the way it should be, because it's an individual process with scrapbooking. The whole idea is mainly to have your photos be the main focus, in my opinion. So I do enjoy doing the creative process though, and making really pretty layouts and using all the stuff, but I also want it not to be distracting, I guess. So I'm going to get a little bit more done, find a border for the top, and do my journaling. And if I think of anything else I need to say, I will pop back in. But otherwise, I'll have a lot more done when I get back. And I don't know, a red 3 might work better because that is red. But we will see what my brain thinks of. Okay, I'll be back in a sec. All right, I just wanted to pop in and just show you where I am at this point. I found a border strip that I thought would look really good. However, it really draws your eye up to the blue because it's so bright. So I had to bring blue down here so that your balance is there, okay? So I brought in just some plain Bluebird cardstock that matches that pretty good. And it's light on one side and dark on the other. So I can do one of each, one dark and one light on each side. And then I also found this. This was from an old set Close to My Heart had. And I'm trying to think of the name. I think it was a dinosaur themed but they are stickers. So that is going to be over here for party, and over here I'll have happy birthday. Now I found these. These are old as can be, and I would love to use them. I don't even think it has a date on it, but I would love to use the I Am 3, which I think would be okay because there are some of these colors in there, but it's not the same. So I'm not sure. I might add that yellow 3 that I had, the Sundance with the shimmer brush, that did not work. Okay, so that was scrapped. And I also found these handprints, all these different color handprints, which mimic the handprints here. Isn't that cool? So I thought I'd put some around, maybe on the balloons, who knows, but I'll try and incorporate those. And I also found a happy birthday. It was actually a tag. I cut the top off, and I need to use my journaling pen on that. Just in case you've not seen my other videos and you're new here, please subscribe if you're not already. I take my journaling pen, and on a smooth surface here, I'm going to just drag my arm and hold the paper still. Hold the pen still, hold the paper still, and just drag my hand. So you place it down and just pull. Okay. And it gives you a pretty straight line. It does take some practice, so get out some scrap paper if it's something you're interested in, and just practice. And it's so easy, and it adds just a really nice finishing touch. And you can also do squiggles. You know, you can make it on purpose. You can make a wavy line, and that's just fine. You know, it's, if you can't do a straight line, do a wavy line, and you can crisscross and add dots and all kinds of fun things. I just love to use my journaling pen to add details to my pieces. It adds character, I guess you would call it. And white journaling pens work just as well too, especially on the dark pieces. I didn't want to bring that in because I don't have that many dark pieces, so I didn't want to add another item bit because it's already getting really busy. These strips and the stenciling and the border and everything. But I think having the pictures be the red color is going to help keep your eye focused on the photos, even though there is red up here. I thought about cutting it off, but I didn't want to. I was so happy to actually find a border I could use because I wasn't happy with all the other ones I had. Sometimes, you know, it just happens like that. And I also found these photo corners I thought I'd use, but I don't know. After I got them all cut out, and, you know, they are cute. They have the stars, they have the blue, so they could work, but I only have 4 of each one, so there's several different ones. After I get the photos set where I'm going to have them and put everything else down, I'll see if I can incorporate them, just to get them used, right? I've had them in my stash for long enough. So I'm going to go ahead and tack these down. The photos are tacked down, but I can lift them still because I wasn't sure where I was going to put them. So another thing I'll mention, when I have strips like this, I just lay them down and try to use different patterns, different sizes, different colors all at once. Like this one I'll save for the front. I'll save the smaller ones. I can put them in the back. That one. And just get these put down as to where you would like them. And let's do, well, green will go in the front. That yellow. And of course there's going to be many overlapping, so that's just fine. And I need another one of the blue ones, and this one can go in the front, like here. And I want to have a solid and a one with a white base, solid, white base, solid. So this one can go here. And now we're going to do the opposite way. Okay, the yellow. So the yellow can go here. And then this one can go, we can actually make it smaller. We could also tuck it behind and make it taller. Go like that. No, because it would show. We could go behind there. This one can go down here. Dream big. I'm not sure where I'm going to put that. This green one can go down here. Then we could have this one up front, huh? Like this. And then there's this blue one. This one's going to go in front. Then this is a heavier color for green, so we could do it like that. And this one goes here, so we could do it there. Nope, that gets hidden behind that one. Here. I really want the stars to show, though. So put that one there and pull this one up. There we go. Overlap in there. And then there's another green, but this is a really light green. It also had a really nice green on the back, but so that one can be small. And we have this yellow one. That green, that might be too much. Maybe this yellow one will look better there. And let's see, we've got this yellow one. Now I had a blotch here on the paper. I'm not sure where it was, from the shimmer brush. I opened it. I didn't open it on my paper, over top of my paper, but I did it off the side, but it still splattered onto it. It's like, really? Okay, stop that. All right, so that one looks good there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make this work, this Dream Big. I like it, but it's just not, even though it's got the brown. If it had been the blue, it might have looked better. Okay, so that looks nice. I like that. So as I was thinking about how to tack that down, I changed it up and I said, I'll put all the yellows, all the greens, all the blues. And I think I like it this way better. So let me trim this one down because it's drying my eye off because it's sticking out of the bottom. It's going, this doesn't look right. Even though I know. So I like that. I think I'm going to have to put a border down too. I do have some more borders on that same sticker sheet, so that might be an option. Let me get this one done and see what it looks like too. All right, this is what I've got now. I took the stickers off and put them on a ruler so I can move it around and see what looks good. I'm thinking it looks good here. And that's what the flags look like. First, they're a little moved. Then I found that happy birthday one. I thought if I layer it onto the blue, it will make the blue not quite so intense. And let's see, there it goes. I put the 3 on a ruler too, just to see, and I think it might be okay there because it has the other teal here. I'll have it down with the, there. I'm going to sit and leave it there for just a little bit while I glue this down. And for the bottom border, this was the sticker sheet the top one was on. So this was the bottom one. So I think this will look fine. And it has that teal in it as well, so I think the 3 is going to be good. All right, so I'll glue this down. Oh, and I found something else too. Look at these. I get some bling on his page. I try not to put too much bling on the boy stuff. Just a thing that I don't do. But there's green ones and then the blue. And there is some red. So I got to be careful not to use the red down here. But I could put some sprinkled around other places. So those are an option too. So I'll get some more done. In a sec, I'll be back. I think the layout's done. Couple of things that I finished on is I mounted the 3 onto some of that bluebird paper, and that really made it fit. I really like how it turned out. I did the I am, the am that was with the sticker sheet was purple, and I didn't want purple, so I found an I am big over here, so I used that am to make it all the same color. It worked out nice. Then those little handprints I used for the photo corners instead, and I put the orange ones here and here just to draw your eye to those two things. And this one I did a little tag with the date and more of the handprints. The party is down flat. I did not pop that up because I want this to be the center thing to draw your eye. I did add this bottom border, and I really like how it finished those flags. And I didn't put it over top of the happy birthday because I want that to really pop, and I think it worked. So close-ups at the end. I hope you enjoyed this, a little longer video with the stenciling and everything, but geez, it just kind of blended right in, right? And you can't really see that it's a different color or anything. I think they work really nice. So what a great sketch, and I love the layout. Have a great day.